Welcome everyone to the Transformational Storytellers Show. I am Elayna Fernandez, you know that. And today I have with me an amazing human. She's a speaker, an author, an entrepreneur. Her name is Kris Hapgood, and she's a passionate advocate, empowering others to make informed decisions about their health, which is huge. And she uses her voice to fulfill her life driven purpose to uplift others so that they can feel whole and live their fullest life without regrets. So, hi, Kris.
Hello. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I'm
Oh,
very excited.
yeah, thank you so much for being here. I am so excited about the conversation we're about to have. And first, I would love to ask you to share your story with our audience who's tuned in right now.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So my title is From Suffering to Vitality. After 20 years as a nurse, I took heavy painkillers just to function. I was in denial about how my physical, chronic, severe pain and brain fog impacted me at work. I felt like I was 100 years old and my body was failing me. Did I have to live like this for the rest of my life? One day, my daughter came to my house. Mom, I am so concerned about your well being. I'm bringing you a natural alternative that will help you. As she applied the blue cream with essential oils, I was skeptical. With, and within a few days, I felt a sense of relief from the pain and that I didn't think was even possible. I started to feel whole and in control of my well being and my life. It was shocking to see the evidence based research documenting how our bodies can heal themselves. Many of my medical colleagues didn't acknowledge that the medical system was misleading people or harming them. Patients don't always have all of the information or don't make true informed decisions. I wasn't allowed to speak to my patients about options of natural treatment plans or living proactively. God called me to use my wisdom and experience to empower others to make better informed decisions about their health. I quit my nursing career and I started my own wellness business. I now work with people to resolve their health and wellness issues by addressing the root causes rather than treating the symptoms. Enlightened with freedom from the medical status quo, they transform their lives through education and advocating for themselves.
Wow, that is powerful. What a transformation and what a story. There's so much there, and we're going to unpack it all. But before we do, I want you to share, because this is a transformational storyteller show.
Right?
How did it feel to write your transformational story, and why do you feel it's important for all of us to, like you said, lift our voices and share our story?
Yeah, I would say that this chapter was probably the hardest thing that I've done in a very long time
Mm.
because I had to go down deep and it brought up a lot of pain.
Mm.
It brought up a lot of post traumatic stress syndrome that I didn't think I had. I think I was definitely in denial. And when I knew that I was in I had a hand. I was a part of this system that was literally harming people. It broke my heart.
Mm,
And I just couldn't do that any longer. And so I just, again, this brought it all up. And then it just lifted me up. And then I was reminded that God gave me a voice
mhm.
and that it was the evil one that was keeping me silenced, keeping me hidden. And so now, yes, this book and my story has uplifted me and is
Mm.
giving me courage to voice my message. I need to get this out to everyone in the world.
Yeah. And so why do you think others should do the same?
That's a very good question because their life depends on it. Their families and friends' lives depend on it. We need information. We need to look, we don't need to just have blinders on and just go whatever the medical model tells me, just follow the status quo. This is what we're doing. That's exactly what I did for almost 25 years being a nurse. It was like, this is what we're supposed to do. But then when I took the blinders off, and then I could see, oh my goodness, there's other options out there. That was very empowering. So it's all about education, getting to know all of your options and lift up and make the best decision for you and your family.
And you feel that sharing stories contributes to that?
Oh, yes. People relate to stories. People relate to stories when they go, well, I just don't know. And you go, well, but then this lady had this issue. This gentleman had this issue. This is what they did. And then when they see, wow, this is it. May I share a story? May I share a story?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this story is a gentleman. I met him and his wife at their home. He showed me a big wicker basket of all kinds of pain medications. He was a veteran that had a severe injury. He said, Kris, I have to take all of these pills every day. It's not working. I am in so much pain. All I can do is sit in my chair. In fact, I now even sleep in my chair. I can't even get up. And I said, George, in a perfect day, what would a perfect day look like? And he said, Kris, I would just want to walk those 3 blocks down my gravel road and go to the creek and go fishing.
Mm,
I said, okay, George. He worked with me. We got him off of all of his pain medications. He started doing all natural stuff. And guess what? His body started to heal itself. 5 weeks later, George was walking down his gravel road to go fishing in his creek.
that's amazing. Yeah. I-
So, did
uh,
I uplift him? Yes. But
mm,
he also uplifted me. This goes both ways.
yes. Absolutely. Yes. I love that. I love that so much. And what is it that because you said that he worked with you, so tell us a little bit more about what it is that you do and what you love about the work that you do.
We just don't address, we don't look at the symptoms. The symptoms were, we address the root causes. The symptoms are is signaling to our body, hey, there's something else going on. And in the status quo, in the medical model, all we do is like, oh, you've got a cough. Oh, you have some pain. Oh, you have some depression. You have some anxiety. Here's some pills to take care of the symptoms. But
Mm,
what people don't realize is we have to address the root cause. Those symptoms don't go away. We just keep medicating them. So we've got to address the root cause to take care of it all. And like I said, the almost 5 years that I've had my own business, a lot of it has to do with our gut. And
mm,
so people are like, what? And I'm like, yes. And it's the nutrition that we have in our country. It's our diet. It's the stress. It's our fast-paced lifestyle. We've got
mm,
to slow it down. We got to think about, everything you put in your mouth is either feeding disease or feeding wellness?
I want to repeat that. Let's repeat it.
Okay. Everything you put in your mouth is either feeding disease or it's feeding wellness. It's
Yeah.
your choice.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that so much. I agree 100%, of course. But coming from Kris, who has over 30 years in the field of wellness and her experience treating patients and helping people from all backgrounds and all ages. We definitely need to take this advice to heart. And I really love that. I'm going to definitely quote you on that, Kris. I love it. My goodness, what a jam. Yeah, I love it. It's so what would you say is the most fulfilling part of your work?
Wow. It is giving, it's allowing people to dream. It's
Mm,
allowing people to live the life that they've always wanted, that they've always dreamed of, but they think they can't achieve it. They
mm,
think it's not for me. I can't do this. I have physical, mental, spiritual limitations that's keeping me from this. And it's like, I'm going to show you a way. We're going to uplift you. And when they are living their best life and they're doing things that they thought they could never do, yes, I love to celebrate them. I love to celebrate in their joys. And I'm just not there for their joys. I also go down in the lows with them and lift them up and bring them up
yeah.
because yeah, it's amazing. And like my mantra is, okay, care for one, that's love. Care for hundreds, that's nursing. Care for teach hundreds to care for themselves. That's a revolution. And that is my mission,
Mm,
is to get as many people out there to live their fullest life without regrets.
yeah. Wow. Fantastic. I love that. Ooh, that just hit me right here. I was thinking about this week and how I just celebrated my remission anniversary. And thinking about what you said, how health or lack of health, disease, and discomfort really prevents us from doing the things that we need to do and being with the people that we need to be with.
Yeah,
I was separated from my daughters for quite a while I was in my recovery and not knowing what was going to happen. And I can attest to, the natural treatment being a decisive factor in my being here today. And so I was really feeling that, and it really hit me in so many levels. And I know that a lot of people watching and will probably feel that or share it with someone who feels that. And I really appreciate you saying that. And also I am happy that you're starting this wellness revolution that you're talking about by spreading this message that you shared in the gifts of pain and that you share everywhere. That's really wonderful. And my question to that is, why do you feel that this work is so essential today in this day and age?
because we are a population that is sicker mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually than we were 2 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. We are sicker. Where, what has caused this? We just are like, we keep those blinders on and we just keep going down the same road. We keep doing the same thing. And then, the doctors are like, oh, well, try this, try that. And they just keep doing the same thing. It's like we need to listen to the patient, not just look at their symptoms and treat that. We need to talk to the patient. We need to see what is in their heart and soul. Why are they experiencing this? What do they want? Not what you want as the medical status quo. This is what you should be needing. This is what you should be doing. No, we need to be listening to the patient. Just like George, he wanted to walk 3 blocks down his gravel road to go fishing in his creek.
Yeah.
Instead, they just gave him a basket of pain medications that was causing all kinds of harm. And they were addressing the pain, but then come to find out, oh, now George is having heart issues. Oh, George is having kidney issues. Oh, George can't ambulate. George's muscles are just dissolving. What was his quality of life? But we were trying to take care of the pain because that's what we were focused on. We didn't ask George what he really wanted.
Wow. And for those of us who are not in the medical field, what would we do with regards to George and ourselves? Like, what is one thing that we could do to really make this work available and to apply this
Yeah.
wise wisdom that wise counsel that you're sharing with us?
Think outside of the box. Think outside of status quo. Start removing the blinders. Start looking at all other possible options. Start asking questions. That's the key. Ask questions. Start figuring out what is best for me? What is best for my family? What do I want? And like I said, ask questions. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And you want to think back. I want you to and that's part of my book. I said, look at what you've been doing and analyze it. Is it really working for me? Is this really what I need to keep doing? A lot of this is insanity that you keep doing the same thing and you're getting the same results and you're not getting the results that you want. It's crazy. There's other options out there.
Yeah, yeah. And we have been conditioned to this insanity.
Oh, yes.
Really not our fault.
No,
And we have been hypnotized to believe these things. So it's really wonderful to have the resources to now being awakened to a new possibility of reality. And I'm really grateful for the work that you're doing to make that work, because a lot of the time we have been listening to the wrong voices
yeah,
uh, since childhood, since birth, even.
yeah.
And so but it's possible. It's possible to break that cycle of what you call insanity, to break that cycle of misinformation, and to seek other places. I like that. I like the ability to, as a as an I would say an agent for myself, I have the ability to discern from the information that's provided to me. And what do you think is the first step to discern what is what is insanity being thrown at us, or what is, very sane wisdom that we are receiving?
I think it's just receive the information that you're getting, start writing it down. So then you can actually, because you're hearing it, you also need to see it. And then you need to reflect on it. Is
Mm,
this really what I want to do? And then you just want to open up your heart and soul to a higher being. Okay, God, is this what I need to do? Is there something else? And I can guarantee everyone, your body has the ability to heal itself.
mm,
And we are created in the image of God. He gave our body this power to do it, to heal itself, but it can't do it if we are doing all of these other things and harming our body more. That was my realization when I was like, we are harming more people than what we're helping.
Mm.
And then I just started digging in deeper. So for individuals out there, it's like, listen, write it down, start reflecting, and then start asking questions.
I love that.
Start out there. We have this whole world of information open to us. It's like start doing the research. Go into research sites. Start looking at what's some of my options. Oh, there's this. What's some of the natural alternatives? Find health professionals that are already thinking outside of the box, that are addressing the root causes, not the symptoms.
Mm.
Talk to others. This is your life, and we only get one. So live it without regrets.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. And I could talk to you for hours. I told you it's gonna fly fast. So, what is one thing that you want to leave our audience with? And obviously, please seek wisdom from this amazing woman, and her information, her contact information is going to be in the show notes. But what is that one thing that you want to leave our audience with today, Kris, so that they can start this journey?
I want to invite each and every one of you to advocate for yourself, become healthier, and to live the fullest life you can possibly live with so much vitality and strength.
I love it. Thank you so much, Kris.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for your heart. And I definitely subscribe to the idea that we are created in the image of God, but whatever that means to our audience, please embody someone who has strength and vitality. I think that's the beautiful takeaway, and that we can do that. It is possible for each of us. And please tell your story so that everyone can be aware of your healing and what's possible when we tap into the human spirit. Thank you, everyone.
I would love to add to that. We all were made for a purpose in life. Find your purpose. This is now my purpose. My purpose is to be a voice and to enlighten others and to guide them. So find your purpose.
I love that. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I will see you next week. And remember, your story matters. Ciao, ciao.